into a current source parallel with a resistor. So this is another method of solving problems related to network analysis. Okay. So again, source transformation, this method allows the series voltage source with a resistor transformed into a parallel current source with a resistor. So meaning, for example, we have here our voltage source again in series with the resistor. We can transform this into a current source parallel with a resistor. So this series voltage and resistor is just equivalent to this parallel current and resistor. Okay. And vice versa. We can transform this current parallel with the resistor into this voltage source in series with a resistor. Okay. So how can we transform that voltage into this current source using Ohm's law? Okay. So by Ohm's law, so I sub S, that is just V over R. And then transforming this current source into that voltage source, we have V sub S equal to IR. So as easy as that, okay, you can transform your sources. Can you follow po? Okay. So madali lang so tina-transform lang natin yung mga sources natin. Okay? Again, if in series, you must have a voltage source, but if it is connected in parallel, it should be a current source. Okay? So it should not be parallel of voltage and resistor and series of current and resistor. Okay? So it should be series of voltage and resistor, parallel of current and resistor. Now, if we will to simplify current sources in parallel, how? Okay, so simplify current source in parallel. So how? For example, we have two current sources. Again, they are connected in parallel. So let's say this is 5 amperes, 6 amperes. Okay. What can you notice in our circuit? We have two current sources and they have the same direction of current, upward. Am I correct? Okay. So we have two current sources going up. So how can we determine the I total? Okay. So for us po to determine the I total, since they have the same direction of the current, it's additive. So meaning we just need to determine the sum of the two current sources. So 6 plus 5, that is 11 amperes. And for us to redraw the current sources into the output or into a single current source, upward direction, both of them, therefore the output should be in upward direction, having 11 amperes. Okay? So nagets po ba? Nasundan? Can you follow? Okay. How about if we have two current sources, still we have two current sources, but they have the opposite direction of current. So for example, this is downward, this is upward, this is 5 ampere, this is 6 amperes. how can we determine the I total? If they have opposite direction of current, meaning it's not additive, we need to subtract the two current sources. Okay? So meaning we have 6 minus 5, that's 1 ampere. And then if we will to redraw that into a single current source, we will use the direction of the highest current or the largest current, which is 6. Since 6 ampere is upward, this should be upward having 1 ampere. Okay po? Okay. Next, how about if that 6 ampere is being directed downward? Okay. So 6 ampere is downward, 5 ampere is upward. So how can we determine the I total? Still subtraction. Okay. It is just 6 minus 5. Again, that's 1 ampere. But if you will to redraw that, you will to use the direction of the largest current. So meaning we will use the downward direction, 1 ampere. So that 1 ampere, this 1 ampere is different from this 1 ampere. Okay? Because the above current source is in upward direction, and then this current below has a downward direction. Okay? What if they have the same direction, but this time they are both directed downward? Okay? So we have 5 amps, 6 amps, both in downward direction. So how can we determine the current, total current? So that is just the same with the upward direction, both upward. So it's additive since they have the same direction. Okay? So we have I total 6 plus 5. So that's 11 ampere. But if you will to redraw that, you will come up to a downward direction of current source having 11 amperes. Okay po. So can you follow the simplifying of current source in parallel? Okay. So concerns, questions? None? So let's proceed to simplifying a voltage source in series. So take note of the connection. So simplify voltage source in series. Okay, so take note of the connection. Again, if voltage source, that should be in series. For the current source, that should be connected in parallel. Okay, now, if we have two voltage source or sources, we have two voltage sources connected in series. Let's say we have positive, negative, positive, negative. So both of them have the same polarity. So what should we do to find the voltage total, V sub T? So that's the same principle with the current sources. If they have the same direction, if they have the same polarity, it is additive. So we just need to add that. Also, if you will to use Kirchhoff's law, so it enters negative, leaves positive, positive. It enters negative, leaves positive, positive. So we have positive 6, positive 5. So that's 6 plus 5. So that's 11. Okay, again, that's additive. So we have 11 volts. Therefore, if we will to redraw that into a single voltage source, that is positive negative 11 volts. Okay? So for example, we have here negative, positive, positive, negative. And 5 volts, 6 volts. So how can we determine the total voltage? Again, if you will to use Kirchhoff's, for 6 volts, it enters negative, leaves positive, that's positive. For that 5 volts, it enters positive, leaves negative, so that's negative. Okay? So we have 1 volt, and if we will to redraw that into a single voltage source, we will use the polarity of the largest voltage source, meaning we will use plus minus 1 volt. Now, if this will be positive, negative, and this will be negative, positive, the equation is still subtraction. Okay, the process is still subtraction. 6 minus 5, that is 1 volt. But if you will to redraw that, your polarity, again, you will use the polarity of the largest voltage source, meaning you will have a negative positive for your 1 volt source. Okay. If they have the same negative positive, that's additive 11 volts, but this will become negative positive. Okay po? Understand? Okay. So now, for you to understand more of the source transformation, let's have our sample problem. Again, this is all about transforming our sources, either voltage or current source, into current or voltage source. Voltage in series with a resistor and current should be in parallel with a resistor. Okay, so let's have our problem one. Ito. So for a while, I will just check the sample. Hmm, okay. Okay po. So we have this problem where we need to find or to solve for the V sub O. Okay. So for this problem, you can solve this using Kirchhoff's mesh nodal, but since the topic is source transformation, we will use the source transformation method to solve for that value of V sub O. Okay. So what's the obvious connections that we need to transform for the circuit? So if you will to analyze the circuit, okay, um, the goal here is for us to have current sources in parallel with a resistor. So that's the goal. For us to have only current sources and a resistor. Okay. And then if we have that kind of circuit already, so that's the time we will analyze what's the next step to do. Okay po. So what's the obvious connections that we can, or yes, we can transform here in our circuit? So we can transform this and this one. Okay. So we will to transform that 4 ohms in parallel with the 3 amperes into a series voltage source and a resistor. And then this 3 and 12 volts, 3 ohms and 12 volts, we will to transform that into a current source parallel with the resistor. Okay, so how? Again, using Ohm's law. So to transform that into voltage, so that's IR, we have 3 amperes, 4 ohms, so that's 12 volts. Where again, R is 4 ohms. Next, for this part, we will to transform that into a current source. We have V over R, Ohm's law. So that's 12 volts over 3 ohms. Meaning, we have 4 amperes with a resistance equal to 3 ohms. So if we will to redraw the circuit from that 3 amps parallel with 4 ohms, it will become like this, a voltage source having a resistor in series. Okay, but what will be the polarity of our voltage? As you can see, the 3 amperes is going in downward, or it is in downward direction. So meaning your polarity should be negative, positive. Okay, so it should be negative, positive because of that downward direction of your 3 amperes. So this is 4 ohms, this is 12 volts, okay? And then we have here this terminal, okay? Wherein your 3 and 4 ohms are connected. So let's say that is this terminal. Wherein after redrawing, it will now become in series with our 2 ohms, okay? And then just copy the 8 ohms. Positive, negative V sub O, okay? And then this part, 3 and 12, it will become a current source. So since 12 volts is positive, negative, so the direction of our current is upward. So that's 4 amps. So in parallel with the 3 ohms. Okay po. Can you follow po? Can you follow? Okay, very good. So again, we just transformed the 3 amps and 4 ohms into this series 12 volts and 4 ohms, and that series 12 volts and 3 ohms into this parallel 4 amps and 3 ohms. Now, since I've just said a while ago that by redrawing, this two becomes or these two become series. So this two is in series connection. So we will to determine that R 4 plus 2 because they are again connected in series. So that's 6. And then after simplifying that 2, we will uh, transform that voltage in series with the resistor back to the current in parallel with the resistor. Okay. So again, we will to bring back that to current in parallel with the resistor. But this time having resistance equal to 6 ohms. So how? Again, that's I sub S, Ohm's law, V over R. We have 12 over 6. So that's 2 amps. Okay. So meaning, if we will to redraw this, again, that's negative positive. So that's downward 2 amps. And then we have here 6 ohms. And then just copy the remaining branches, 8 ohms plus minus V sub O, the 4 amps upward, and then the 3 ohms resistance. Okay. Okay. So this time we have current sources only in parallel with a resistor or with 3 resistors. So what can you notice in our circuit? So we can say that the two current sources are connected in parallel and 6 and 3 ohms are connected in parallel. So we will to simplify those two parameters. So for us to determine the I total, since they have the opposite direction, okay, meaning it's not additive, we need to subtract the two. So we have 4 minus 2, so that's 2 amperes. But since 4 amperes is the largest value of current source, meaning we will use its direction upward, and then determine the resistance R of 6, again, parallel with 3. So that is equal to 6 times 3, again, product of 6 and 3, and then the sum of 6 and 3. So this is just 18 and then 9, so we have 2 ohms. Okay, so if we will to redraw again the circuit, we will come up to a single current source upward 2 amperes. And then we have the 8 ohm resistance plus minus V sub O. And then the equivalent resistance of 6 and 3, which is 2 ohms. So how can we determine V sub O? So we cannot directly determine V sub O. We need another parameter to determine that, and that's the current flowing here. So let's say that's I sub O. So we need to determine first I sub O for us to determine V sub O, because V sub O is just the product of I and R. Okay, so if we have I sub O, we can determine V sub O. Okay, so how can we determine that I sub O? So remember CDT? Do you remember CDT? The current divider theorem? Okay. wherein if we will set or if we will let I sub O, which is our I sub 1, that is equal to the I total, opposite resistance, R sub 2, divided by R sub 1 plus R sub 2. Okay, for CDT, if you will to determine I sub 1, your numerator must be the opposite of the resistance of I1. Okay, so meaning R2, the opposite resistance. So meaning, what's I total? I total is the current source that we have, which is 2. And then 2 ohms, the opposite of 8, and then 8, and then plus 2 ohms. So therefore, we have here 2 times 2, that's 4 over 10. So that's 2/5, where 2/5 is equal to, so I sub O is equal to zero point 0.4 amperes. Okay? I'm so sorry. I sub O is not D. So we need to find VO, not IO. Sorry. So therefore, V sub O again, that's I sub O R, where I sub O is zero point 0.4 amperes. R is 8 ohms. Therefore, V sub O is equal to, so zero point 0.4 times 8, that is 3.2 volts. Okay? So that is our problem number 1. Okay? So can you follow po? I will give you the copy of this file. So any questions for problem number 1? So again, the goal is to the goal is to have current source only connected in parallel with the resistor. And then by that time that we have that connection, okay, we can use CDT. Okay po? Is it clear po? Clear naman? For example, Ayan. So we have this circuit where we need to find the value of our I sub O, where I sub O is the current flowing through the 7 ohm resistor. Okay. So again, using source transformation. So the obvious here is this two connected in series. And then this part, 6 and 3 ohms are connected in parallel. And then we will to transform that into a voltage source. Okay. So R, that's 6 parallel with 3. So that is 6 times 3, 6 plus 3. So again, that's 18 over 9. Therefore, that's 2 ohms. And then we will to transform that into a voltage source. So that's IR. We have 5 amperes, 2 ohms. Therefore, we have 10 volts. Again, resistance here is 2. And then for this part, we have R is equal to 1 plus 4, meaning we have 5 ohms. And then if we will to redraw the circuit, so we have a voltage source since 5 amperes is upward. Therefore, this is positive, negative. And then we have here our 2 ohms. So this is 10 volts. Okay. And then this time it is connected in series with this 5-volt source. So copy. The next branch, 7 ohms, I sub O. So just copy 3 amps upward. And then from 1 and 4, it will become 5 ohms. Okay, can you follow? Questions? Are there questions? None? Okay, so proceed. So again, as I've told you, we have the series connection of 10 volts and 5 volts together with the 2 ohm. So meaning we have two voltage sources connected in series. So we can simplify that. Since we have here negative, positive, negative, positive. So therefore, V total is 10 plus 5. So that's 15 volts. And then that part will be transformed into a current and resistor again. Okay, so we'll bring back that to the original current and resistor connection. So, so that we have here I sub S equal to V over R, where V is 15 volts, and then R is 2. Therefore, we have 7.5 ohms. Okay. Then we have here um, positive, negative, so it should be upward. And then we have the 2 ohm. So this is 7.5. This is 2 ohms. Okay. And then just copy 7 ohms. And then we have the 3 amps. And then the 5 ohms. So lastly, we have 5 ohms. Okay, so this is 7 ohms. Here we have I sub O. So this is just the same as the problem 1. So we now have current sources in parallel with resistors connected in parallel. So we can say here that 7.5 amps again is connected in parallel with 3 amperes. And since they have the same direction of current flow, that's additive. So to determine I total, that is just 7.5 plus 3. So that's 10.5 amperes. And 2 is connected in parallel with 5. So technically, we have 2 times 5, 2 plus 5. So we have 2 times 5, that's 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. So that's 10 over 7 ohms. Okay. So if we will to redraw again the circuit, we have upward direction, 10.5 amperes. We have here the 7 ohms or the 7 ohm resistor and the 10 over 7. 7 ohms I sub O. And then this one is the 10 over 7 ohms. So again, by CDT. So by CDT, we have I sub O equal to 10.5 multiplied by 10 over 7. Opposite of 7 is 10 over 7. Dividing that by 7 plus 10 over 7. So I sub O, that is equal to, so let me check, 10.5, 10 over 7, dividing that by 7 plus 10 over 7. So we have 105.59, which is equal to, so that's equivalent to 1.778 amperes. So any questions for problem number 2? Are there questions, concerns? Okay, so it is clear naman. So maliwanag naman po. Ano po? Okay. Ayan. So, Darlene, makiki-screenshot din naman ako ng kahit ilan lang, need lang namin for documentation kasi naka-work from home kami. So, kailangan lang namin mag-send ng
Hello po, ma'am. Ipapasuyo ko na lang po sa mga kaklase ko at naka-phone lang po ako.
Okay po, sige po. So,
Thank you po.
makikisuyo na lang ako ng ng ating meet. Though I've already took a screenshot naman ng attendance, po. Ayan. So, hindi lang kasi kita sa akin yung dinidiscuss ko. Kaya po, makikiscreenshot na lang ako. Then, pasend na lang sa GC. Okay? Sorry. Okay. So, for the last problem, let's have here. Solve for V sub x. So, solve for V sub x. Wait lang po. Tingnan ko lang ulit yung problem. Sorry. Okay, so given this circuit, we need to solve for the value of our V sub x. Okay, so what do we have here in our circuit? So we have here a voltage control dependent current source. So that's the 0.25 V sub x, because that's a current source being dependent on that V sub x, which is a voltage. Okay, so that is why it is being called as voltage control dependent current source. Okay, so now how can we solve for that V sub x? So not at all times the goal is to have a current source parallel with the resistor. Okay, so not at all times, and not at all times we will to use a DT. Okay, so for this problem, so we will to combine the two and transform that into a voltage source series with the resistor 4, and then this one we will transform that into a current source parallel with a resistor 2, or with that resistor 2. So how so for this one, we have V sub S is equal to IR, where I is 0.25 Vx, R is 4, so that is V sub X, because 4 times 0.25 is 1, times V sub X is V sub X. Any number multiplied by 1 is itself. Okay, next is that 6 volts and 2 ohms. So we have I sub S equal to V over R, where we have 6 volts, 2 ohms. So that's 3 amps. Okay. And then we will now redraw the circuit. So that we will have here positive negative 6 volts. So meaning the direction of the current 3 amps is upward. And then it will become in parallel with that resistor 2 ohms. And then just copy the 2 ohms. And then positive negative V sub X. And then that current and resistor 4 in parallel will become this one, 4 ohm. And then in series with this dependent voltage, the direction of the current is to the left, meaning that's positive negative. Okay, V sub X. And then just copy positive negative 18 volts. Okay. So what do we have here in our circuit? So the obvious connection is that these two are connected in parallel, meaning we will simplify the two resistors, and then we will bring back that to a voltage source series with the resistor, the simplified resistor. Okay, so we have R is equal to 2 parallel with 2. So we have 2 times 2 and 2 plus 2. So that's 4 over 4, meaning 1 ohm. And then that's V. It should be V. So V sub S, that's IR, where I is 3 amps, R is 1 ohm, therefore we have 3 volts. Since the direction of the current source is upward, so the polarity of our 3 volt should be positive, negative. Okay, 3 volt. And then from that, we have an ohm, 1 ohm resistor. So 1 ohm. So as you can see, we have here the terminals of the 2 ohms. For us to see, or yes, to see, or yes, that these 2 nodes here is where V sub x, positive, negative V sub x is located. Okay? And then just copy the 4 ohm. Okay? And then we have the positive, negative V sub x. Then we have the positive, negative 18. So now, again, not at all times we have parallel current sources, and not at all times we will to use CDT, because on this condition, on this circuit's condition, we cannot use the CDT. So what are we going to use here? So by this condition of the circuit, we will use Kirchhoff's KVL specifically. Okay? Where we will use this inside loop, this whole loop. Okay? Where by KVL, we have negative positive 3 is positive 3. We have the current flowing there, as you can see here. Our 3 ampere is going upward. So technically, we have here a current upward, then we'll go to the right. So that's I. And it is the same as the flow of our loop. It is the same as the direction of the loop. Meaning, we have negative I, because I times 1 is I, minus 4I, because that's the same current. And then for V sub x, we have positive, negative, so negative Vx. For 18 volts, we have positive, negative, so we have negative 18 equal to 0. So combined like terms, we have 3 minus 18, that's negative 15. Negative 1, negative 4 is negative 5i. And then just copy negative Vx equal to 0. Therefore, we have, or we will to transpose. Can you follow pa po? Nasusundan naman? Okay. So baka mabilis ang ma'am. So, we will transpose negative 5i on the other side to the other side. So that's 5i will become positive. So negative 15 minus v sub x. Divide both sides by 5 to cancel this 5. So we have I equal to negative 3 minus 1/5 of v sub x. Next. So we have 2 unknowns, I and Vx. Therefore, we should have 2 equations. Okay, so what is the another equation? We can again use KVL, but this time it should contain only this part. Okay? 3 volts, 1 ohm, and Vx. Okay? So by KVL, it enters negative, leaves positive. So that's positive 3. the same as the flow of the current I. So we have negative I. And then positive negative Bx is negative Vx equal to 0. So substitute the value or the equation of I. We have negative 3, negative 1/5 minus Vx is equal to 0. So distribute that negative value, negative sign. So we have negative negative is positive 3. Negative negative is positive 1/5. V sub x minus Vx equal to 0. Next, combine like terms. So we have 3 plus 3, so that's 6. And then we have 1/5 minus 1, 1/5 minus 1, so that's negative 4/5. So negative 4/5 V sub x equal to 0. So transposing V sub x, it will become positive equal to 6. And then multiplying both sides by 5 over 4, therefore, we will have our V sub x equal to 30 over 4. And V sub x is equal to, so 30 over 4, that's 7.5 volts. So that is our answer for our problem number 3. Okay, so any questions for problem 3? Nasundan naman po. Why? Miss Pio, why are you sad?
I just think it will be difficult to figure out what to use in the exam.
Yeah. So that's the difficult one. Though this is easier compared to Kirchhoff's mesh and nodal. But the only problem here is whether or which sources you need to transform. Okay? But this is just the same then with the 3 methods. This is just a trial and error also. Okay? So you just need to try whether you can use CDT or just use Kirchhoff's also. Okay, so just a combination of source transformation and Kirchhoff's. Okay, so it's a matter of trial and error. Okay, so if it's complicated or if it's ang tawag dito, if it's not what do you call this? Yan, nawala ang ma'am. If current source parallel with a resistor is not applicable, if you think it's not applicable or if you think it's not, you cannot simplify the circuit, better to use voltage in series with the resistor. So again, that's a trial and error. Okay. So you just need to try. So I understand that that's the most difficult part of the source transformation. So which sources do you need to transform? Ano po? Ayan. So yun talaga nga So sa Tagalog doon sa iba, kung ita-translate ng mama. So mas mahirap nga. Mahirap. Nakakalito kung alin yung nyo, ito-transform nyo. So a matter of lang nga to, trial and error. So try nyo lang kung hindi pwede ang current nakaparallel sa resistor, kung hindi siya sa tingin nyo masisimplify yung circuit, edi i-proceed nyo na lang siya doon sa voltage and then series with the resistor. Okay, so kung hindi siya kaya ng CDT, use Kirchhoff's. So just like problem 3. So we use Kirchhoff's instead of CDT because that's the only method that we can use for that condition of the circuit. Okay? So any questions, concerns? But it's clear naman. Okay.
Yes po.
Okay po. Ayan. So, I think that would be all for today. And then for tomorrow, we will have another topic, which is the superposition. Okay? So, bakit malungkot din si si Reyes? Kapag wala na namang klase, para namang the weather is good already. So if ever the F to F tayo tomorrow, but if it will be announced that there will be a class suspension, so probably it will be shifted to an online class ulit. Ano po? Ayan.